Hello and welcome to day 20 of my Christmas Craft Extravaganza, where I'm making something different and Christmassy every day of December. So today I am using Solid Crete Eco Casting Powder, which is by Solid Solutions, and we are going to make a little Christmassy trinket dish. Now, I've done quite a bit of work with different casting resins in the past. I've got a few other videos up on YouTube, but I don't think I've used this one in a video or tutorial before. So as I work through it, I will let you know all my little tips and tricks and yeah, how this one goes. So let's get started. Now this compound is a 3-to-1 mix. So I am going to be measuring out 300 grams of powder to 100 grams of water. We do it all in grammage rather than mils. I think it works pretty much the same, but it's done by weight, not volume. So we want to keep it the same and consistent. Now this will be too much powder for this one mold, but I do have a couple of extra molds to the side for any extra that I make up. Oh, those flies. It is a hot summer's day today, so there are flies around. There is also a bit of breeze as well, so that's going to affect what I do afterwards, and I'll let you know as I get to that point. But yeah, sorry, I'm just tearing off the cups because they are different cups, so I need to make sure that my weighing out is equal. So I've got just room temperature water or tap temperature, inside tap temperature, not hot water. And yeah, just measuring that 100 grams of that. And now we need to mix it in together. So we're going to mix the powder into the water, and we're just going to do this gradually to avoid lumps. Now, I don't tend to get a lot of lumps with this powder. Some of the other versions that I've used have been terrible for creating clumpy, lumpy components in my mixture, but this one is pretty good. So just still going slowly though. This mixture is also really good for lack of air bubbles as well. And I think it partially comes down to the fact that it's a very runny liquid, whereas some of the other versions that are out on the market are quite thick, and so therefore they hold the bubbles. But still, I want to still keep going, just giving it a slowish mix and a good mix just to make sure that everything is combined and there's no pockets of powder left in that mixture. So when this one is fully combined, the liquid will be very consistent, very similar consistency to milk. So I am just going to make sure that I have scraped down the edges of the cup as well as the edges of the stirring stick as well. Okay, so I mentioned before about how it was a little bit breezy today. Well, I'm going to be using foil on my dish, the same foil that I use when I'm using my polymer clay or when I'm making my polymer clay creations. So I've got some gold foil here. Now, usually I would prepare my mold before mixing up the liquid, but because it's a little bit breezy, I don't want the foil to blow everywhere. I also don't want it to blow within the border of the mold. I want it to just sit on that top part there. So yeah, I'm just trying to avoid it not only blowing away in general, but blowing into the mold in the wrong positions. So I'm just going to push it all down onto the mold. Now, not all of it will transfer. It's important to realize that not all of it will transfer over to the dish. So more is obviously better because it means that there's more chance that more will be visible. Some may also get hidden a little bit by the mixture. If the mixture seeps underneath of it, it might not be as visible. We can sand it down afterwards if we find that too much has gone underneath, but I think that this is sticking to the mold quite well, so I don't think we're going to have issues with it disappearing. I think we're going to have more issues with it staying stuck to the mold. All right, so leaving it to the side, if I left it too long, it would definitely start to thicken, but it hasn't thickened very much, and it's actually a little bit better to pour once it has thickened up just slightly. And this mold is actually a really good mold because it's so open. If I'm using molds that have more intricate detail in them, that's where your bubbles can hold and form, whereas this is so open and flat that there's no room, or there's no spaces for bubbles to get trapped here. So very rarely will I have bubble issues with dishes. So I've probably filled that just a little bit too much. It's leaking over the edge at the side there. I'm giving it a quick little tap anyway, just in case there's any bubbles holding on. And I'm just going to try and remove a little bit of this liquid just so it doesn't overflow too much. But I can definitely fix this afterwards once it has set anyway. And one of the benefits to this casting resin as opposed to, say, an epoxy resin is that it actually sets in 50 minutes. So not long at all. And when you feel it, it feels kind of warm and damp but firm. So that's how you know that it's ready. So yeah, I've left this for 50 minutes and I've come back to demold. And again, this mold is so easy to demold. It's a really good one. And let's have a look. There we go, look at that. That looks awesome. Really happy with how that turned out. Quite a lot of that gold transferred too, which is really good. All right, this is cleanup, and this is my biggest hack, is getting a potato peeler. And the potato peeler is going to just take off those edges so nicely, so easily. And yeah, it's the simplest way and least amount of work to tidy up the edges. You can get sandpaper out and sand, and I usually do that when I've got the smaller areas to get into, but the potato peeler works really well around the edge of dishes. So I'm kind of going at it forwards to start with, and then I'll turn it over and I'll give it a run over on the back. And I usually, on all of my trinket dishes, I'll put some feet on. Now, I do need to allow this to dry for probably at least 24 hours. The ones that I sell and the way when I give away for gifts, I usually leave them a lot longer than that because you want to allow all the moisture to come out. But it's nearly Christmas and I want to use this on my Christmas table. So I will be putting some little feet on the other side. But yeah, I'll probably just leave it overnight before I do that. And yeah, it's all done. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. And I've just got to give this mold a bit of a clean, and I'll give you another big tip for cleaning the mold. And the thing that works best for cleaning it is sticky tape. So much like, again, when we do the polymer clay and we want to remove foil from our polymer clay, we use sticky tape and it takes it off so much easier than trying to wash it and scrub it. So anyway, this was a bit of a different tutorial for me today. I hope that you have enjoyed it. It's been fun doing something a little bit different, and I will be back again tomorrow and for the remaining days of December leading up to Christmas. So happy crafting, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.